Okay, your first card coming into the month is the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords is somebody who is direct, somebody who knows what they want and they're going for it. Somebody can also be critical. So if you're single, this says that either you're feeling a little more critical of the dating scene, maybe you're just being a little more cutthroat, which honestly is not a bad place to be when you're dating, especially nowadays with online dating and meetup groups. I mean, sometimes that's just how you have to be. I say it all the time in a lot of reads that I think people are so interested in not hurting other people or pleasing other people instead of pleasing themselves and finding what they want and what's going to work for them. It's almost like we're afraid to say, hey, you know what? I just don't click with you. It's like, really? We can't go around assuming that we're going to click with everybody. So even though I know some people take it personally, it really can't be taken that way. And I think that Aries is coming into the month of November saying, I don't care if, you know, like I can see clearly, I can cut through the BS. I know when people are bullshitting me. I know what the red flags are. I know what I want. And you're kind of saying, hey, I've got this. I don't think that you're having a hard time meeting people. It's the quality of people that you're having a hard time with. Because obviously you're looking for quality and not quantity. This is also you saying, you know, here I am. It's very interesting. A lot of signs this month have gotten very, you know, the more authoritative cards, the queens, the kings, the knights, the pages. And it's almost like signs this month are coming in, including you, saying, you know, here I am. I'm going to tell you exactly who I am. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm telling you, this is what I want. This is what I'm looking for. And if you don't like that, then move on. You're also kind of like, I'm not going to mold into what you want. So if somebody says, hey, I'm only interested in a fling, or I'm interested in dating, but I'm not really sure if I want marriage or anything close to that, and marriage is something you're looking for, or eventually, then obviously that's not something that's going to mesh well with you. So you're coming into this month feeling like you know what you want. Like you're very capable in finding a relationship. It's just a numbers game. If you're looking to reconcile, you're trying to figure something out. So there's some sort of like you've been lied to, or you're doing a lot of critical thinking, but not necessarily being critical of them, although you can be. So this is saying whether you're single or whether you're looking to reconcile, just be careful not to be too critical, but also not too critical on yourself. This doesn't necessarily mean that you're berating other people. It can definitely mean that you are being overly critical in yourself. So you want to make sure you're not doing that. If you're looking to reconcile, though, this is you looking at the whole situation and seeing where the other person went wrong, where you went wrong. But also this is saying, look, you need some insight. So either you're trying to contact this person to find out what's going on. Maybe it was kind of a abrupt, you have no idea, like the wool was pulled over your eyes, or you know something else is going on, like unfaithfulness or lies about money or addiction, and you're just trying to get to the bottom of what's really going on. I don't know if you're in contact with this person yet. We'll see. But this definitely says that you're unclear on something. Something is not ringing true for you. The next card you have is anything internal coming into the month that will help or hinder, your current position. Again, this is an internal card, and you have the Page of Cups. So if you're single, this is you starting over and dating. So maybe you haven't been dating for a while, or maybe you've been dating on and off, but you haven't really been putting a lot of energy into it. And the page is saying that you're coming in almost like an innocent, like you're wiping the slate clean. You're also focusing on certain things. Like if you're a parent, if you're a single parent, you are definitely looking for somebody who either has kids or is like-minded and wants kids, or is just really good with kids. Again, you're coming in going, I know what I want. I know what I feel too, which is somebody who's going to mesh well with you and mesh well in your life. And for a lot of you, that means being able to have kids. Now, Aries, this also says that you're looking for somebody on a little more of an emotional playing field, which Aries are kind of a cross between like water and earth to a certain extent. Because earth signs like Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus are very direct, they say, I said I love you, so therefore you take my word as value, and I mean I love you. Even they could say it like that, like I love you, I said I love you, instead of, oh, I love you. Whereas water signs are more, oh, I love you. And Aries are kind of like in the middle. Fire signs are kind of in the middle. When you want to show emotion, you show emotion. When you don't want to show emotion, you don't show emotion. But when you show either one, emotion or not, you're very genuine in it. And this is you saying that you're feeling like maybe the people you're meeting are less emotional, or maybe the people you're meeting aren't into romance or displaying those types of feelings, or, being like having a heart. I know that sounds weird, but some of you maybe have met people who've just been like heartless almost, or disrespectful, or not caring about your feelings, or not caring about, they're only looking for one thing, or it's their way or the highway. And you're kind of like, look, I want somebody sweet. I want somebody who's nice. I want somebody who kind of can counteract my fire sometimes. If you're looking to reconcile, this is you also, this is more childlike with you in the fact that maybe you had kids with this person, or maybe you're still in contact with this person and playing nice because you guys had like a family that you combined with kids. Somewhere in here, some of you have kids with that person, or they had kids and you had kids. So you're still almost feeling, it's almost like Aries, you feel like a certain obligation to still stick around with this person, or to try and make it work, or to possibly try and make it work because you have kids or they have kids, or both. And somehow you're feeling this sense of, we should stick in it with the kids because as a family unit, we're good, but maybe our relationship isn't where it needs to be. So maybe that's something, you guys are going to have to kind of focus and think about, because somewhere in here, there's like, an innocence of, there's other people involved in this relationship. It could even be like siblings. It could even be that you guys were so close, families were involved, and you're just kind of feeling like, if we break up for good, what does this mean for everybody involved? And that's kind of a hard spot because you care about this person, but you're really questioning whether this person is somebody you would want to be with long-term or continue to be with long-term. The next card you have is your distant past, which I read for singles and anybody looking to reconcile together, because this is generally, it could even reflect your childhood, or it could be, the past. This is, a long time ago, 5-10 years ago. It could be even, watching your parents and their relationships. But you have the Hermit. And the Hermit is, I don't know if I showed the card, but the Hermit is, well, immediately it shouts Virgo. So some of you might have been dealing with a Virgo in the past because this is Virgo showing up in your read. But this is somebody who's kind of retreated. So somebody who's gained wisdom and spirituality and knowledge, but also somebody who kind of had to go into their man cave or woman cave, so to speak, and really learn about themselves. So this says that some of you had some really terrible relationships, and I'm sure everybody can relate to terrible relationships, but some of you had abuse. Maybe you suffered abuse as kids. Maybe you watched parents, right, who abused each other, or you watched, somebody in your family who was abused, maybe physically, mentally, sexually, whatever the case may be. And maybe that has continued with you throughout your dating relationship. So maybe you've allowed verbal abuse or physical abuse, and it's something that you are gaining knowledge about, learning within yourself that maybe you're repeating patterns that you watched in your household when you were younger, or that you watched with grandparents or aunts or uncles, or even, sisters or brothers. Somewhere here, there's something from your past that you were running from. It doesn't even have to be abuse. It could just be divorce. It could be, watching addiction or whatever. And something that you have carried with that has affected relationships, maybe subconsciously, not even knowing that you're doing certain behaviors to either protect yourself, or you're acting out on behaviors that you witnessed a long time ago. And you had to pull back and really figure out, why are my relationships unhealthy? Why do I not find what I'm looking for? And the Hermit says that a lot of you have done that. You've expanded your knowledge mainly on yourself, mainly on, finding out what's healthy for you or what feels good for you, and how you're going to bring that to the table. And learning to understand that certain things in the past don't have to affect your relationships now. So it kind of seems like some of you, Aries, have been on a journey, a personal journey. And this month is reflecting that, because you're coming in saying, I won't accept certain behaviors and I will not be treated certain ways because I've learned from my past And the Hermit is saying, remember that. Remember the respect you deserve. You know, remember what is healthy in a relationship and avoid any of the BS and come into dating again as a newbie, but with a gained knowledge and sense of self-respect. The next card you have is your distant past, recent past over the past few weeks, past month or two. And you have the Wheel of Fortune. All right, so the Wheel of Fortune is about destiny. So this makes sense here. Especially if you're single, somewhere along the lines, you have been dating people that are not good for you. They don't treat you well. They tell you one thing, you know that they're lying. You've almost been living on hope. Like, oh, he or she said this and they want the same thing as me, and coincidence, and this is amazing and it's going to be great. And then you get ghosted or breadcrumbed or whatever the words are for all the lingo and terms for dating now. Or they're a totally different person. And, you know, I always say, and you guys all know this in my reads, if you've watched them before, I always talk about, you know, looking at what people tell you, but not what's coming out of their mouth. What are people telling you with their actions? When they say, look, I'm interested in getting married, or I'm interested in having a serious relationship, are they really? And what type of behaviors are they exhibiting? How are they showing you that they want that type of relationship? I mean, that's what it really comes down to. How are they, when they say, I want something serious, or they say, I want marriage, or I want, you know, anything along those lines, but then they text you once, you know, a week or once every couple of days. Is that somebody who's interested in something special and something long-term and something beautiful and something that lasts? Probably not. And so you're starting to learn what behaviors work for you and what behaviors, you know, don't work for you. And I think this is very significant because this has changed, the wheel has changed your very capable hands and put you in that position of coming in this month and being assertive and going for what you want and not just taking anybody who says, hey, baby, how's it going? I think you're pretty cool. Yes, it's nice. And yes, we want to think that people are genuine. And if they say they like you, that means they like you a lot. Or if they say this, that means that they're being sincere. But you've learned that that's not it. So you have the stamina this month to come in and cut those people out and say, nope, I know what I want. The wheel is change. It's destiny. So here comes your destiny. Are you ready for it? That's the question, Aries. Have you gotten over the past things that you need to find this healthy relationship? The Wheel of Fortune is amazing because it's farsightedness. You're seeing the future, but it's also unplanned change. So this tells me if you're single, you didn't expect things to happen the way that they did in the past, in the way things have gone, right? But now this is an unplanned change almost within yourself, because some of you weren't even sure that you wanted to date. You were just like, I don't give a crap. I'm so tired of this. I am so done dating. I'm so over the crap and the crud and the BS. Like, I don't even want to deal with it. And this is the wheel saying, you know what? You just got like a wild hair and you were like, I do. I deserve somebody good. I want somebody good. I make a great partner. I can be in an amazing, healthy relationship. So let's take another stab at it. And I don't know, some of you, did somebody out there, and it could be one person, it could be 20, it could be 50. Did somebody out there just all of a sudden go, no, I need to start dating again? Like, there's somebody waiting for me? I don't know, but I just get this picture of somebody like literally waking up or being there going, I don't really want to date and whatever. And then like one day you're just like, no, I don't want to date the people I've been meeting. So I need to change the way I'm dating, which the wheel is all about spinning, right? It's all about changing the way you approach things. It's about change in destiny, but it's unplanned. So some of you weren't even planning on dating again. You just kind of wanted to take a break. And coming into November, something's going to push you in the direction of, look, and it could be nostalgia. It could be the holidays coming up, especially here in the US, Thanksgiving and Christmas. And it could just be, you know, that I don't want to be alone for the holidays. I'm sick of that. Or I don't want to be alone, period, because I'm really capable of having a good relationship. So somewhere here, Aries, there's a change, but it came within you. And now you're going to see that change in the people you meet and the people you start dating, because you're reflecting out into the universe what you want back. If you're looking to reconcile, this is a 360, right? So if you're looking to reconcile and you really care about this person, you have a big connection, it's either going to slice completely off and you're going to have to figure out and deal with the fact that it's not going to happen, or it's going to come full circle and something's going to happen where it's like destiny and you're meant to be together. I don't know. Somebody's pregnant. I know that sounds, it's not strange. I mean, but or this person that you were with, like they were like, I want marriage for a long time. And then they were like, no, I don't. And you were almost feeling down on yourself. Like, what's wrong with me? And the wheel is saying they may come around and all of a sudden be like, I want all of that with you. Like, I don't want it with anybody else. I want it with you. I needed to figure some things out on my own. Or they decided the grass was greener somewhere else, took off, and now they're going to come back begging, hey, I really screwed things up. And you're going to have some big decisions to make, Aries. All right, and I apologize. Somebody is mowing, which I'm surprised because it's not really the time of day to be mowing, but somebody is mowing and it might get kind of loud. So if you can hear that, I'm trying to talk louder. So hopefully that's why you heard me move a second ago, because I was shutting the back door as well because it just got really loud all of a sudden.